All right, John McKay in here with
Reefa.
It feels like it's been a while.
It has. It's been a while. We've been on vacation, so to speak.
Yeah, something like that. So obviously we're in our
new
facility, still under construction. When construction is finished, I think we're gonna have a some
whole
type
celebration,
something like that. So when that happens,
whole little party, jam down.
Yeah. I think that's what needs to happen. So like, you been good?
Yeah, I've been really good. Just really paying attention to the news, paying attention to what's going on in the city, paying attention to the murder rates, paying attention to 45 and the antics and a lot of other things that have been going on in the world today. What about you?
A lot of antics. I've been paying attention as well. A lot going on with the current president, and whether it's going to be nuclear war, whether just all kinds of stuff.
Genocide, or just a whole bunch. Just a purging. We really don't know at this point. Because with him, it's just a day-to-day situation. Like, you really got to wake up and pay attention, because you could easily go to sleep and next thing you know, bombs over Baghdad.
But I don't think he wants war. I just think he's just trying to find ways that he can manipulate stuff to make money and steal money. I think he's completely comfortable going to the brink, but I don't think he really wants to go to war.
But how can you say that? Because people said the same thing about Hitler. People said he wanted to go to the brink.
Hitler wasn't a business person.
How do we know that? We don't know that.
He had no business.
He did. He had business finding ways to use our hair to make brushes. He had business finding teeth. But I'm saying, that was a business.
He didn't have like the Hitler, hardware store or some shit like that. He was trying to build hardware stores.
No, he was trying to build a super supreme race of people that only existed in his world. No doubt. We see similar signs of Hitlerish.
Do you think now that we have Trump in office, do you think that the next presidential election, you think people can be more motivated to vote?
Not even motivated to vote, motivated just to make sure the next person that is in office is like the thing about it is once we've had bad, we can't go back to bad. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I think bad has been redefined. I think that when people,
that's the point.
I was listening to a President Bush speech the other day. He did a speech maybe like 2 days ago. And I'm listening, and every time I'm hearing him talk, I'm like, dang, he wasn't that bad.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Because you have bad, and then you have,
redefined as what's now known as criminally insane bad. I mean, let's be real. 45 has took mental illness to a whole nother height.
You think he's mentally ill?
I don't think he's mentally ill in the way that he can be put away for. I think that he is mentally ill in the fact that once you have had a taste of a certain type of power, it is definitely hard to come down from.
Sure.
Same thing with women and men who have a certain taste of power in the world, or certain taste of if I was a female and I got with a ball, I had money, and now I'm living a certain way. Of course, it's going to be hard for me to come back. I can't be Michael Jordan's wife and then go down to being Texas Pete's wife.
Well, I disagree with that, because you could see once you have a certain level of money, right? Mm-hmm. And she has that money. Mm-hmm. She could date down on the financial chart because she's still good. If she was just arm candy for somebody and she didn't really touch the money, and he just paid her to be around and bought her little trinkets. But like Juanita Jordan was, she got the kids, like she's getting money.
I get
so
that.
Her money's still coming in.
Right. But I mean, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because, you know, in one case the guy could be like, you know what, I'm happy that I'm, you know, get to bang Jordan's ex-wife, but then on the other hand, it's like it's Jordan's ex-wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if you move in and even if stuff goes well with y'all, like Jordan still's gonna be in that life because y'all got kids together.
I told you to stop having your baby father come over here.
Like the basketball court will have Jordan logos on it.
You think so? Probably
you know, I just
like, this is an Adidas family now. We are Adidas only. So I don't want to. I don't want to go too
off on the subject or whatever. But you know, just in terms of, you just have to realize something. Trump is somebody who, you know, has used money to influence so much and to get so much and to do so much. And so now that he's the president of the United States, he's doing everything that a hood person or somebody that wouldn't normally be in his position does. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's reckless and it's above the law, and it's definitely going to change the way people see presidents from here on out.
I think so. I also think that, of course, and I've done videos talking about the Electoral College and kind of explaining that to people. But the thing is that targeted certain states because of the electoral math, and campaigned harder in certain states. And I think this go around, the Democrats are probably going to do the math a little bit better and not take for granted we got this state. We ain't got to really campaign.
I don't even think it was we took it for granted, because you can't take, like, I don't understand how you can take this election for granted when it was it wasn't the people's vote that got this man in there. It was that 600 top percent that voted that man in there. So you can't say that we didn't try hard enough, because we tried hard enough and the numbers showed that. But the powers may be decided to come for us in a different way and make, you know, Trump the president. And, you know, I did a video on this the other day on my Instagram, and like I said, you have a president who's concerned with taking a knee at a football game, but you're not concerned with Puerto Rico, and you're not concerned with all of these other crazy and more chaotic things that you have directly caused upon your constituents, your people, as you want to say.
Your people. You people, right? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to segue in. I mean, the president is more concerned with, like you said, feuding with the NFL, trying to give himself a 10 on the way that they've handled Puerto Rico,
which he can't even pronounce,
and which was not a 10, by the way. Let me say that. And you know, going back and forth, calling people names. This is so literally. And elementary school. Not
even just calling people names, just being disrespectful of other people. You disrespected the president of St. Thomas, and you know, it just is a constant disrespect. It's like this man wakes up in the morning just to say, who can I disrespect today? Instead of what problem can I fix? What issue can I handle?
Right.
And then, you know, to disrespect a fallen soldier in the manner to say to the widow, well, he knew what he was getting himself into.
Well, I mean, I think that, and I talked about this yesterday, the chief of staff blew the lid open on that. The chief of staff told him what was told to him when his son died. But like I said, the fact that when the chief of staff's son died in Afghanistan in 2010, when the general called him, this was a close friend of his. Mm-hmm. So you can talk to your close friend a little bit differently than a complete stranger calling you up.
Exactly. Because if you called me and said Ray down the block died up on Cold Spring and York Road, and I know the nature of why he was up Cold Spring York Road, then I can say to you, sorry about that, but he knew he was getting himself into.
Right, he knew what the risk was being out there.
But when you're fighting for your country, it is in no way.
Well, I mean, I guess you can say it.
No,
you know, you
still
can. You can say it, but there's a way that it has to be said that wouldn't be offensive. So, like you said, if your brother was in the street, right?
Yeah.
And I had to make the call to you,
right,
and tell you that your brother passed, right? And I know your family, and you know me, and I know your brother, and I know his history, and let's just say that we told him a lot. You need to get out the streets.
Exactly.
Like, I told him.
Exactly.
You can say that kind of thing.
Exactly. But when you put your life on the line to come home, and this is what the protest is about.
What protest?
The taking the knee and you know, all of those other people who have started to piggyback on the take a knee stance. This is the exact reason why this is a take a knee stance, because I can sign my life away, and I'm speaking on experience because I did sign my life away in 2001 to join the Marines. And when you sign your life away, you literally are signing your life away. They take everything of your civilian life away from you, and you are now recruit so-and-so of the United States, whatever branch that you decide to go into. Right. So yes, I know that I'm signing my life away. Yes, I know that I'm government property. That does not mean that I am less human.
Right.
That does not mean that I do not have family that want to see me come home, that didn't want me to see me leave in the first place.
But when you go to war, so I've never been in the military, but I have a lot of family and friends that have and are. But when you go to war, I think that there probably is an understanding that you may not make it back.
It is.
And you go there regardless, and you know that there's a possibility I don't make it. I mean, just anytime. It is a possibility. And I think even when we leave our houses in our regular civilian life, there's a possibility that we may not come back. We take that for granted a lot.
Every day.
But I'm sure in the military, it's probably not taken for granted as much as, you know, your average Walmart employee.
It's not, because you know, I have not been to war, but you know, my father has, and I've had several friends go to war just 3 times, be deployed 3 times back to back for a year and some change, or a year, and you know, it's never 6 months or anything like that, and you pray to God they come back. I used to watch the Saudi Arabia war on TV, because remember they used to, you know, have the wars on TV when they were fighting over there, and then you could watch the news and you could see what was happening. I used to pray for my father to call and make sure that he would be alive. So I get it. But for my body to come back home and for you to tell my loved one, suck it up. He knew what he was doing. We'll bury him. It'll be all right. Like, I just feel like that is just
very disrespectful. And I think if he spent more time focusing on the proper way to deliver messages like that, or to the people in Puerto Rico or wherever, he would be better off.
Yeah, just seem like you care. Just if you put a little bit of effort into acting like a human being that you do, and acting like a dictator, your presidency wouldn't be such of a mess that it is. That all of your staff is leaving. Like, everybody's either quitting or trying to get fired. They moving out. I mean, like, they clearing out. Don't nobody want to take trips to the White House no more.
A lot of athletes don't. During a press conference on Wednesday at the Secret Service training facility, he spoke to reporters, Donald Trump, and he had what he wanted us to believe was his wife, Melania, beside him. There was a lady wearing some glasses
and a shaggy wig. And a fake prosthetic nose that they tried to put some tape on
like
to hide
like Humpty Hump nose, and
full lips.
Yeah, so that the television cameras don't lie. And I saw it. You saw the picture?
And they zoomed in and focused and made sure that we knew that was not the real Melania standing next to Trump.
Now, here's the thing. People use body doubles a lot. Yeah. Did you know that?
In movies.
But not in movies. I'm talking in real life.
Yeah, they do. Especially, you know, if you're a very high profile person, you may want to use a little lookalike to kind of skip out and have a quiet evening, what have you, you know, kind of lure paparazzi away.
I don't think there's anything wrong with using the body double. I think that, but in a democratic society, they don't normally use body doubles.
I've never heard of a president.
Not a president. Not a U.S. president. Not a U.S.
body double.
Usually, like North Korea, he uses a body double a lot.
I mean, well, he has to.
These are people that people may be trying to kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're using a body double. It's kind of like, you didn't get me. You got a body double.
Right.
Did you see Star Wars that time when the princess had a body double?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happens.
I get why people need body doubles.
Why does Melania need a body double?
Because she's making her escape. She said
she needs a body double because she don't want to be there.
She's out of there. She is so tired. Listen, Melania is a woman fed up. Okay.
Fed up from what?
Fed up with
she don't do shit.
Listen, she might
raising Baron ain't shit.
Listen,
raising Baron.
Raising a Trump, having a Trump, sleeping next to a Trump.
She don't sleep next
married
to him like that.
To a Trump. Just owning just having the name Trump is probably enough. She probably can't even get out the bed.
Is Donald Trump cheating on Melania?
If he is, she's probably thanking the heavens above that it ain't her. It ain't her.
Like, you got me once with Baron, you won't get me no more. He's like, you know what? Bring in the body double. Bring in the body double.
Melania, this is not working.
Trust me.
Melania, this is not working. All you have to do, listen, get the people who do my wig. They'll do Melania's wig. It'll look great. We'll put on a nose like Humpty Dumpty. It'll look great. And then this is what further lets me know that this is not the real Melania standing next to him. Because if you've been married for that long, you do not have to announce that your wife is standing right next to you.
Yes, that's what he said.
Standing right next to you.
That's
so
what he
this
said.
is not the first occurrence that he turned around and said, and my wife Melania, who is happy to be standing next to me. Sir, we see that she ain't even happy to stand next to you right now, so that's a lie. But even still, I just feel like, what kind of relationship do they have if you have to announce your wife is standing right next to you, like you don't know she came with you, like y'all rode and met up together, and now y'all got to make this lie about how y'all been together. You understand what I'm saying? It's just eerie and creepy.
Yeah, it is. It is sad.
It's sad.
Now, speaking of sad, people still think that Gucci Mane is a clone. So after the wedding, which I'm happy for Gucci Mane.
Leave that man alone.
I'm very happy for Gucci Mane. They trying to tear their whole thing down with these rumors. If it's not a Gucci Mane's a clone, which he's not.
Listen, y'all just mad that y'all can't get a ring.
Yeah,
or a
some of these people saying this probably do be married.
Or a ring around the tub. Or
no, they got the ring around the tub. They got the ring around the tub.
I'm just saying, I feel like, when we should be happy that people want to be in shape. We should be happy that people want to be healthy and live longer. And I just remember back in the day, you took pride in making sure when you came outside looking the best that you could look.
Yeah.
And so for someone to be overweight, that's not in the best that they could be.
But Gucci Mane was not living right before he went to jail.
No, he wasn't.
Which is why he went to jail.
And I think that's another reason why people want him to be a clone, because we are living in this society, in this moment right now where pill popping, lean and sipping and is a popular thing. So when you veer off into something different, then they want to say that you're a clone and what have you.
Yeah, so if you think that Gucci Mane is a clone or not, please let us know in the comment section. So Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
You know Busta.
Yes.
Busta. What it is right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I like Busta Rhymes.
When it's gonna be? What's that? That was my song. Him and Janet Jackson.
Yeah. You ready to do the dance? Yeah, do the dance. You got the dance?
Okay. What? Anyway.
Okay. All right. So you took us there. Busta, have you seen Busta perform live before?
Yes.
I have too.
It's very
animated, good show, energetic
very
show.
Animated.
Busta had a little scrap, little toss up.
And it's not the first time.
Not really. Yeah, and I was in a club with Busta Rhymes when he was dating Jasmine Sullivan. He used to date Jasmine Sullivan.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears.
Isn't she the one that sang "Bust the Windows Out the Car"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bust the windows out your
So
car.
they were. I was DJing in Philly, and they were together, like in VIP.
Okay.
And so a little fight broke out, whatever. But my point is that fights happen.
Yes, they do. All
now,
the
if
time.
somebody tries you, you know what I mean? You suppose you
put their hands on you, get too close to your personal space. Because I personally have 2 feet of personal space if I don't know you. So if I don't know you, you got 2 feet to before it's an issue. If I know you, then you can come into my personal space and you can be kind of close. But if I don't, you got to keep your reach or you might just get a smack.
People try you a lot out.
I
think some of the biggest fights that I've been in is out with the horsemen, and we just out, and just fight happens for no reason. To me, it's for no reason. But they used to have we used to get into a lot of fights out,
and you wonder why. But okay,
that happens. But
Busta's got into a fight again.
I don't think this is a big deal. So what?
This is the second time.
Why is this a big deal for people?
This is the second time because remember he threw that smoothie shake in the face of somebody at the gym, and then but see, I seen the video of this one, and I think the person just got a little too close and put his hands on Busta, and Busta ain't for all that, and went to kind of blow hands. Thankfully and luckily, he has people around him who kind of diffused the situation before it got any further. But listen. I say this all the time. Celebrities are people. Celebrities are people. They are humans just like me and you. If you don't like to be touched, what makes you think they like to be touched? If you don't like to be screamed at, yelled at, pushed, kicked, talked about, what makes you think that they want these things as well? And it's even worse when you have people in your face all day long, every day, 24 hours a day. Sometimes, stuff happens.
Absolutely. So Busta Rhymes,
keep throwing
his career is still going on,
Of course.
For the record, okay. He still got
because
hits.
He's a legend.
He still got hits.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
From Tribe Called Quest on up.
Leaders to the New School, but we know what you meant.
They all around the same group. They all roll together. They all roll together, same age group. Yeah. I apologize for that. Y'all know I know my music. Yeah. But it's just
Busta, don't try to fight her.
Oh no, because all I'm gonna do is just slide you a piece of cocoa bread and some brown stew fish and tell you go on about your business.
You said cocoa bread. I didn't know what you was going to say. You just slide a piece of. Speaking of pieces, okay. So did Eminem bitch out Donald Trump?
Yes, and
I was expecting Trump to respond.
But you can't. Listen. This is one. Listen. I listen. I know we talk about how crazy Donald Trump is. And I know we talk about how out of touch Donald Trump is. Yeah. But let's be real. This man is very current. He knows what's going on. He ain't as dumb as people think he is.
That's true.
You have to pick your battles wisely. And I know that in his mind, he knew picking a battle with M and words is just not going to be a good outcome for him.
I think you're right, because if you look at rap beefs, a lot of times rappers will trick a rapper into responding to them, and because then they got the knockout right behind them, and so definitely with the words play. But I mean, Kaepernick, Trump had all this stuff to say, but somebody who's actually calling you out directly, because Kaepernick didn't call Trump out.
No, M did.
Exactly. He ain't got nothing to say. That's the sign of a real bully. A real bully picks on people that's not talking to them.
But listen, I've said this from the beginning that Donald Trump is an abusive person. And this is what happens in abusive relationships. You have the person who's the abuser, and he or her rise. But when that one person comes and directly stands up to their face, they're quiet. They have nothing to say. They can't express themselves in the same way because they've met their match. And again, pick your battles wisely. You don't want to fight with M, because M is the type of person that can revolutionize more than you at this point.
Wow.
And
that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. So at the Detroit Pistons game,
Yes.
Eminem got cheered
Yes.
at the game.
As he should.
Kid Rock got booed.
As he should.
Yeah.
Because Kid Rock, and I used to like Kid Rock. I really did.
Now you don't.
Born with the Bed, and he had a lot of good hits. But yeah, no, I don't, because I can't stand behind someone whose views are in line with someone such as Trump.
Yeah.
You know, and he made himself an enemy by that. You
I
know,
agree.
you have to, as an artist, even though you are a person, it happened to the Dixie Chicks. He should have learned his lesson from the Dixie Chicks. When they came out and spoke, what happened? Their careers sunk to the point where they weren't selling out shows no more. You know what I mean? Things were different. People were breaking their records. And, you know, with Trump has showed himself on numerous occasions to not be someone to stand behind. So for you to still be standing behind him, you can't expect to be cheered. Point blank, period.
So Eminem, 9th album,
Yes,
coming soon. I think that this was a good way to spark some interest in it. And of course, he can get anybody.
I'm about to say he doesn't even need to spark.
Yeah, but it was good. It's good. And he can get on a song. Anybody would get on a song with Eminem.
Of course,
and that's a money maker there.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to take a. Should we take a break or just go right into this thing? You want to go right into it?
We can go right on into it if you want to. It's up to you. I'm ready.
No. Let's take a break.
Okay.
and let's reset. And we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about
some other hard-hitting issue.
A hard-hitting issue. We're going to talk about
a touchy subject.
I guess rape.
Yes.
Rape. We're going to
sexual assault.
Sexual assault. So I want to actually define it and kind of go in depth about it. Are you comfortable talking about that?
Yeah. Let's go.
Good. So we'll take a break and we'll come right back.